Tonight, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Washington Commanders.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Smith going to go to the air first play. Got it complete to Rodgers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On first down, Smith. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. On first and 10, it's Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. To throw is Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Here's Smith. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
To throw again on 2nd down, Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
To throw again on second down, Smith. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Throwing is Smith. Keeps himself upright. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The kick by Bass is good. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Fields. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The Steelers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. On second down, this is Harris. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have regained the lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Washington offense going back to work. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Turner. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Smith now to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Geno down to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another run with Sanders. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Now Geno. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. The kick by Bass is good, and they have regained the lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Fields. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Under pressure, they got him again. So Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down now, but the clock continues to move. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Fields going to hurry his guys to the line.
From the 39, Fields. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Fields now to throw.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and that'll keep this a one-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to... really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Now Gino on first down. Left side here to Sanders. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Throwing again on second down. Smith. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trey Norwood. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll take on the visiting Baltimore Ravens. In the late afternoon games, all eyes will be on Las Vegas. A glitzy matchup there, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Cleveland Browns. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Flush to his right.
Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Run with Harris out of the shotgun. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Right side caught by Jackson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On 1st down, it's Smith.
This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Smith.
Quick slant, Dotson.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Now Smith. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Cameron Sutton
in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 34.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete to Freiermuth.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Out left to Dotson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
This from 54 yards away. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay a 4-point game. So it's a letdown there. They get the ball in tremendous position following the turnover, but they come away empty-handed.
Oh, man, you hate to waste field position like that. Your defense did you the favor of getting you the ball on this side of the 50, but neither the offense nor the kicking team could capitalize.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Smith. That one is slant to McLaurin.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is fielded at the 27. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 41, Fields firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
That's to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
From the 50, here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, here's Harris.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Fields.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Smith. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him. And that is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Smith. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They hand this off to Harris. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
All eyes on Fields.
Rolling to his right. And this one is incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Now Washington down on the scoreboard. Less than 90 seconds to go. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on 1st down. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts,
as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Fields. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they will take a knee here. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak.
Well, it's a pretty entertaining ball game, Charles. Had the lead changes going on in the second half, but I think for the losing side, not able to put any points on the board in the 4th quarter, that ultimately was what really stung them.
And you know what puzzled them during the game? It's going to puzzle them even more when they go back, watch tape, and try and figure it all out. Did they not make the proper adjustments, or were they just outplayed? They'll have to figure that out and get ready for their next one.
So for Pittsburgh, so that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.